G'day guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a 6 coaster resin pour for you today, and this is my new mold that I've made myself. So yay, very happy with it. Well, 99% happy with it. I'm still getting a little bit of flashing underneath my blanks, so I get these tiny little rough edges that I need to trim. So that's the only thing I'm not happy with, but once I get that sorted out, I'll be able to list them for sale for you. I'm just not 100% happy with them going out like this. So I will keep trying. I may or may not be able to do it. I don't know. But I mean, if you guys are happy to have them with a slight little rough edge there, then I'm happy to send them out. But I haven't sent any out yet just because I'm still trying to perfect it. It's much harder than it looks. Now I'm just getting all the dust and fluff out with a bit of masking tape, as you can see. And I'm going to go with my new resin today, which has just arrived. It is the Dalchem Crystal Clear. So it's 2.5 litres of B and 2.5 litres of A. So they, even though they're 2.5 litres of each, one of them is heavier than the other. So I do weigh them. I do 180 grams of one and 200 grams of the other, and that's it there. It's a thicker resin than what I'm used to using. It's got quite a lot of bubbles in it. But I did a flower with it yesterday, and I loved the results I got. So I'm going to have a go at the coasters. And if it works, then I'll jump online and buy some more. This is one of the very few that I've found that is heat resistant for coasters. 80 degrees Celsius. We can take that too, which is amazing. Right, let's get started. I'm going to do half a cup. I'm going to do turquoise today. So half a cup for that turquoise. Half a cup for the baby blue. Don't want to do too much colour. My colour always takes over. Half a cup. Oops. Spilt. Clean up as I go. I'll tell you what the colours are in a minute. Just going to get my cups sorted. Half a cup for the white. And my clear, I'll keep a lot for my clear. And then this one on the end is going to be for my crushed glass. I made my own crushed glass because I knew I was going to do teal today. So I made this teal crushed glass. It matches my colours anyway, so it should work nicely. If you want to see how I do that, I have got a video on how I did that. Actually, that's way too much in there. Way too much, Julie. Let's get some clear out. I can always add more. I just need a little bit to make a paste, really. Now, this resin has got a pot life or working time of 30 minutes. So after about 20 minutes, I find it starts getting quite thick, so I'm going to get a wriggle on. But see, that might be a good thing with coasters, because you know how everything kind of flows in. Oh, there's a fly. Oh my gosh, it's not even summer yet. There's a fly in my studio. You know how when I'm doing coasters, everything runs over the top and covers my glass or my gold, whatever I'm using. So maybe this time it won't do that because it's a bit thicker. Maybe, we shall see. Right, the first colour is the Lorez Expressions Turquoise Blue. That's it there. Lovely. And I'm just going to do that much. So I've only got half a cup. Oh, I should have put these in first. It's been so long since I've done coasters. Like, I know you've probably seen a video, but I probably haven't done any for about 2 weeks because I've been working on my trying to get my mold organized, and I've been doing my flowers. This one is Baby by Pixy Dust Pigments. So it's a baby blue, pretty color. Get the same amount if I can get it out. Hasn't got a very wide opening. It's a bit difficult to get the spoon in there. Okay, that's that one. So just pale colours today. I always get, my colours are always usually too dark. Now this one is, I don't think I've used this one before, Art Tree Creations Icicle Shimmer. So a silvery whitish colour. I'm going to wipe my spoon and then I can use it again. So about that. It's flying away. Oh yes, I should add my pigment powders first. Is what I should do. Now this is where I would normally stop and pause the video for you, but when I've got gloves on, it just doesn't work and I don't want to take my gloves off. So just bear with me. This is where you could fast forward if you didn't want to watch me stir. So I'm sorry, I'm just not going to stop and start. I'm getting resin on my arms and I get a rash, so I'm going to keep covered up. I'm not going to touch my camera, and also then I get resin on my plastic cover, and then when I sit down later on with my bare hands, I'm touching the plastic cover and then I'm getting resin on my fingers, so I'm just not going to touch my screen. Trials and tribulations of videoing resins. This actually mixes better being a little bit thicker, like my pigments aren't flying away as much. But yeah, feel free to fast forward. I won't be offended in the slightest. Okay, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? This is like a mermaidy colour. Reminds me of mermaids. Now, when was the last time I saw a mermaid out in the wild, so to speak? Now, I'm not sure what colour this is. It's just a silvery, creamy sort of a colour. So I will paint the edges in silver with this, on this one. I wipe my stick. Okay, that's my clear. I've got heaps more there of clear. And there's my center. All right, let's do this. Now, the only thing I can't I can't decide if I want to do the usual rings around the outside or just start with puddles. But look, because it's a new resin, I'm just going to do what I normally do and do the rings. I just added a touch more resin because it's a little bit less than what that one is. So, I mean, the shades are similar, but they're not quite the same. But I'm going to put a little bit of clear between them just to separate them. All right, now I'm going to wipe that so that I can use it again. Just on a piece of paper towel, pop it over there. Be good to go next time. Okay, squeeze that, and I'll just start with a little bit. Actually, got to get quite close to the coaster, otherwise it goes wiggly. I can already see that it's thicker than my resin that I have been using, because it's not kind of flowing against the edges, is it? It's kind of just staying where it's told to stay. So I'll have to get my little stick and just push that into the edges. Around we go. Same thing, you know, when you're using a new product, a new resin, you have to learn about it. Hopefully I've got enough to go around 6 of these. These are about 11 centimeters across, and they are about 6 millimeters deep. I don't like my coasters to be too thick and chunky. I prefer them to be a little bit more on the delicate side. I'm just going to scrape that out, and I've just cleaned my stick, haven't I? I think I saw something in there, a hair or something in there. Oh, where is it? Got it! Yay! Even though I did use my little paper towel, I obviously missed that bit, or it's gone in afterwards, one or the other. All right, now I'm just going to push that in a little bit. You can see it's thicker, hey? I think this is going to be one of those resins that doesn't set up hard the next day. You know how some of them are a little bit bendy the next day? I think, and I'm no expert, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the thicker the resin is when it starts, the longer it takes to set up. Maybe, I don't know. Oops, I shouldn't get on the side, should I? Get in there. So I guess that's the only maybe difficult thing about a thicker resin. It's not going to just flow so easily into all your little nooks and crannies. But then hopefully it won't flow over the top so much and cover my glass. So we shall see whether or not it works. All right, now I want to put a bit of clear, a puddle of clear. I'm just not used to it working with such thick resin. It feels as if it's like setting up already. I'm sure it's not, but I'm just going to fill up my little cup. I don't like using it when it's too full, because then it pours down the side and it makes a bit of a mess. So you get I think you get a nice reaction with the clear against the micas. You get a nice reaction. But because this has only got a 30-minute work time, I kind of have to hurry. Although the other one I was using was 35 minutes and it was fine. I don't know, it just feels so much thicker. Here you go, puddle. Puddle. Try not to let it drip everywhere. Oops, have I got enough? Oh, such a sticky stuff, isn't it? Now, here we go. Last puddle, in you go. And then I'm going to put the white on, and then some more clear. Give that a clean. Okay. I should probably torch as I go because it is so thick. It's going to be hard for me to get the bubbles out. I'm just going to take one of these sticks out. I've got two under this side lifting it up, but I think it's all flowing that way. Okay, here we go. I didn't finish with my torch, did I? See how it's flowing that way? My bench isn't quite straight, so I've got a stick under this side here. That's better. It's flowing back again now. Righto. Here's our shimmery white. Hopefully that'll push up against those and fill them in. I probably should have made sure it was level before I started, but hopefully it's going to be a nice pale one. You know, all my coasters have been quite dark. I really wanted a nice pale one this time. I'm going to use all this up. So only half a cup. These are 120 mils or 4 ounces. So I'm only using half a cup of colour, and then a lot of the clear. Just going to wipe my stick again. Keep all my sticks for next time. Okay, now more clear. Whoa. Look, it's doing some pretty things on the edges. Whoops. Now, I've probably got a little bit too much resin. We shall see. I only made 380 grams it was in the end. Torch again. I'm just going to see if I can get a little bit of clear around there because it's missed out. And hopefully it'll still come in and look pretty because it looks a bit of a mess at the moment. So hopefully it's going to look pretty. I should probably make sure that each layer is covered before I start the next layer, hey? All right, now clear into the middle. Push all that colour back. Lots of clear into the middle. Hopefully that will touch up there. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. All right, more clear for the other 3. And then I'll put my glass in. Hopefully I'm giving them each the same amount. It's a little bit tricky to know how much each one's getting. It just feels extra sticky being this thick. All right, last one. Push it out. Lots of bubbles in there. I'm just going to pop those. Okay, here we go. Torch again. How's my side looking? Is it coming good? I must remember that next time. Make sure that the whole edge is covered, and then I put a puddle in and make sure the whole one's covered before I go to my next colour. Can you guys remind me, please? All right, now let's do our crystal. Look how it's thick. Can you see how it's just sort of sitting there? It's not like flowing back. I hope you can see in there. It's not flowing back very fast. I think I'm going to use a teaspoon because otherwise I'm going to make a mess. Just clean my little teaspoon that I used earlier. And then, all right, hopefully I've got enough for 6 teaspoonfuls. Actually, I better go half a teaspoon. Well, there we go. It's kind of level. Try not to spill it anywhere. Sometimes I spill, like I leave a bit, I drop a bit into the side, and then you get this awful pattern where it's dropped in over the side. So I'll just make sure I put my spoon back in straight away. So I'm not going to drip anywhere. I just want to make sure I've got enough to go around. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving the colours. Wow, love these. I looked at my colours and I picked up one and put it back and then thought, oh, maybe that doesn't go. And then I thought, you know, the baby blue and the turquoise won't go. But I think they do. I think it works. All right, I've got a tiny bit left, so I'm just going to divide it. It does look as if my edge is coming in. Oh, look, these ones have covered over. You know, the bits that I had missing. I was missing the bits. I think this one needs a little bit more and then that'll be it. That's about it. Okay. Please don't cover over too much. Pretty please, with the cherry on top. Don't cover up too much. Just going to wipe my little spoon again. Now I've still got some clear left over. Oh, better wipe that one too. I do like to clean up as I go. Much easier cleaning dry resin than it is, wet resin than it is dry resin, hey? Okay. Now, I just want to get a bit of a wipe. I've got a little thing of wipes here. These aren't baby wipes. These are just in the cleaning section. They're just cleaning wipes. I don't see how they have to be baby wipes. But anyway. Right. Now, that's making a little bit of a mound, my stone there. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of clear on, but I'm going to hit it with the torch first. Needs much more torching, this thicker resin. What's going on there? Did I spill something in there? Whoops. Don't touch it, Julie. Did I drop something in there? I don't know. All right, a little bit of clear resin just over the top to kind of push that stone down a little bit because it is poking up a bit. And now all I'm going to do is basically add some more clear until I get the height that I want. You know how normally when I pour the clear on, the stone just all moves away? It's not actually moving away very much, which is great. Great. So far so good with this resin, you guys. I just have to wait and see if it's going to totally close over my top. Hopefully it won't. I'm just going to pour the rest of my clear into here. I probably don't even need 380 grams, but I'd rather have a little bit more, just in case you want to make up some more of one colour. And my leftovers I can always put in my pyramid mould. Now that one's pretty full. Be interesting to see whether or not this resin will dome. You know, if you don't have a doming resin, when you take your coasters out, they have a little lip around the edge if you don't go up all the way. Whereas if you have a doming resin, if you go right up to the edge, it'll dome and you won't get that lip. You just get like a nice rounded top on the edge, which is really nice. So, whoops, sticks in the way. It's stuck to my hand. So I'm basically just filling them up now. It's pretty close to 380. I wouldn't want to do any less, that's for sure. You could do with a little bit more. Now, I'm not pouring this resin up from up high because I don't want the pressure of the resin to push my rock away too much. You know, when you pour from up high, you get much more pressure coming down and it moves your rock a lot more. So just basically just gently layering it on the top there. But it is moving a little bit, which is okay. I don't mind it moving a little bit. Just worried about my blue coming over the top of my stone. Hope it won't. Tiny bit left. It's probably going to be it. It's already getting quite thick. I don't know how long I've been going for, but it's quite thick. You're doming. You could have a bit more. And you can have a bit more. Just these top two that need a little bit more. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Wow, look how thick that's got. Now let me just clean my hands because I'm sticking to everything. I'd love to know what I did there. Maybe I didn't do anything. I don't know. I'll have to look back on it. This one's got a lot more clear around it. Please don't cover up my stone. All right, let's torch again. This one with the more clear, that's what I was hoping to achieve, that one. So whether or not it'll stay like that, I don't know. I wonder if I can move it back out. Go, blue, go away from my center. It's not moving. It's not moving. It's probably setting up quite rapidly. Okay. I guess I could, for future reference, not put, maybe instead of half a cup, a third of a cup of the blue, because that will stop it from traveling in. That's the only thing I can do. So I used to do 3/4 of a cup. Now I've cut down to half a cup, but maybe I'll cut back down to a third of a cup, because I like that one, how it's still got the clear center. I'm assuming this is going to just close up, but we'll see. But I'm sure they're still going to be really pretty and I'll be happy with them, but that's what I'm after, more of that look. So next time I'll make a note, third of a cup of colour. Now if there's something in there, don't go across your striations, follow your striations and try and get it out. All right. I think I've heated that a little bit much. I can see the glass sticking through. Probably shouldn't have put the heater on it. I just pushed the resin to the side a little bit and now I've got a bit of glass poking through the top. All right, how's that? I think it's okay. Now, how do I get you down for a close-up without taking my gloves off? I guess I can take one glove off. Oh, look, I'll take them off. I'll take them off. Very carefully, I'll go down here. Now this hand's clean, so I can get under there. I'll take them off. I'll get you down for a close-up and then I'll put fresh gloves back on to clean up my mess. Oh, they look really blue through the screen, you guys. They're not. Why do they do that? They're not blue. They're turquoise. Why do they look so blue? Wish I could. Oh, look at that. They look so blue. They're not. How can I show you with the turquoise. Maybe when I take my photo later. Okay, you can still see the glass. Not getting as strong a striation as what I would normally get. You know those lines? Not as strong as I would normally get. I mean, it's early days, they may still come up, but normally I've got really strong, defined lines, striations with the thinner mixes. That's that top one that's got more of the clear. I really like that. So definitely cut back on the colour next time so I can see the stone. I like to see the stone in the middle. Otherwise, why put it in there? Hopefully the striations will come back. See, it's just like blended. I haven't really got the striations. Or maybe that's because I put clear between the two blues. But the edge there is doing something pretty. All right, we'll see how they go tomorrow. Wish I could show you the true color though. Never mind. They always look blue through the screen. All right, stay tuned, and we'll do the unmolding or demolding tomorrow morning, hopefully. Unless they're too bendy, then I'll have to wait a little bit longer. All right, see you then. Hey guys, it's the next morning. Now, really not happy with the Dalchem Crystal Clear. I have turned these out. Excuse me. I looked at them this morning. I thought, oh, I really don't like that. I'm just going to take them out. I'm going to throw them in the bin, and I won't even show you the video. Now, I do apologize that what you're seeing is blue. They're not. They are a lovely aqua teal color. When I turned them over, I actually thought, wow, I really like the backs. So I'll show you the video. I'll paint the edges silver, and I'll do the whole reveal thing because I actually quite like the backs. Now again, it looks blue. It's not. I don't know how I can show you the correct color. We've got the transparency in the middle there. So I actually really like that. So I'll just show you the backs of all of them real quick. They're all very similar. And I'll paint the edges. I've got a little bit of sanding to do just around the top section there. Can we focus? Can we focus? A little bit of sanding to do. But yeah, don't like the fronts at all. We've got no striations. I'm putting it down to the fact that this Dalchem resin is a really thick resin and it's just not flowing. And making the colors blend as they should. Love that one. I really do love that one. So not wasted after all, but I don't think I'll buy any more of this brand resin. I was keen to try it for the heat resistance. Oh look, you know, possibly it's good for a top coat. You know, if you want your coasters to be heat resistant, you could pour your coasters but not fill them to the top, and then just pour a little bit of the Dalchem Crystal Clear over the top. That's the front, and then you'll have a heat resistant coaster. So maybe it's not wasted after all. I'll still use it when I do top coats, but just not for striations. It wasn't what I personally was looking for. So maybe it's fine for what you're looking for, but for me, for striations, didn't work. But I'll use it as a top coat. So that's them. I'll paint the edges in silver, I'll set them up, and I'll show you the reveal soon. Hey guys, just thought I'd show you real quick how I'm edging these babies. I've done 1, 2, 3 already. And look at the sparkle in them. So pretty. I really love this side. So I'll show you real quick how I'm going to edge these. I am using the Montmartre silver. I have just poured a little bit into the lid. I just find it easier to stick my brush, or in this case my silver Krylon pen, into that, because you know I can touch the bottom there. I'm not going to get the whole pen covered in paint, so I'll just leave that there. Hopefully you can still see it. Right, we'll do the side first.